All right, it's Uncle Joe with Uncle Joe Hikes, getting ready to leave Warwoman Dell, heading for Sandy Ford. This will close out my sections of the Bartram Trail in Georgia, which is long overdue. And actually, this will get me everywhere from the beginning all the way to Hickory Knoll Road. So, got a really late start, as usual. But got out here, it's gonna be cold. I got about 5 hours to get 9 miles in, so see if we can do it. Here we go. Well, we made it to our first gap here, and we just came up that draw. Lots of laurels, and some are the dungeon, but I think they were outnumbered by laurels a good bit. So, but yeah, this is a good site too, not just because the blaze is there and we know we're on the right path, but that is one big around tree right there. Big old pine. And that means pine straw to walk on, which is nice. So yeah, we're heading along this little ridge here. I believe that mountain out there is rainy. I could be wrong. If it is, we're heading up that. So up, up, up. Get a little break here for a few minutes though. Well, we made it to Green Gap. There's a double track here. As you can see, one coming in here. There's a trail going off that way. And then there's more double track that we're gonna follow here. So we make our way up what I believe to be Rainy Mountain here. So there's been some cars, trucks up here rather, back in the day. It's been a while, looks like. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna make our way across this gap and then start another climb. It's nice and warm now and sunny, which is great. I don't expect any rain, so that's always nice. Up, up, up. Looks like right there's our blaze. Just came across this double track. You always got to watch your blazes. That's telling us there's a turn here. We make our way. Staying on the single track, my guess is that double track's going right there. Probably working its way either over the gap or up to the summit. It looks like we got a little bit of a hump here. I think Rainy proper is right over there. But anyway, still gotta go up. That knob out there, as luck would have it, I think is Rainy. The knob we've been staring at and approaching that we thought was Rainy, well, not Rainy. Which is fine because it was sunny. Yeah, Rainy knob's a little farther, so it was the second one. It's gonna be the furthest. So anyway, that's it over there, I believe. So we still got to work our way over. So we've already passed that first knob and that was not it. Oh well. Well, we've dumped back out on some double track here. And I saw some fresh cut back there, like probably a 4-inch round tree that had been freshly cut, and I'd seen some earlier, and I've been seeing a lot of little branches in the trail that initially I thought had been just snapped off by an animal, but given the fact that I saw a lot of it, I now realize somebody's doing trail maintenance. So I don't know if they're out here today or if they did it yesterday or sometime this week. Looked pretty fresh though, that last cut I saw, so we might see somebody out here doing some work. Yeah, dumped out on this double track, start making our way up, up, up across this gap here. Yeah, that noise there is the trail maintainer I passed. Nice guy doing some hard work. He said there's a couple more ahead of me. Made sure to thank him for that. He seems to think I'll make it by dark. We'll find out. Yeah, I really appreciate all the hard work they do. Well, we came out to this little flat here. We're on a tongue. The summit of Rainey's that way, and we're not going to the summit proper. We're actually going to skirt it. So for some reason I thought we were going to summit it, but no. So we made it more or less to Rainey, and now we're going to start making our way to I think it's called Pole Creek Road, and I've been told it's basically a descent down to that, and then hopefully have enough time to get all the way to Sandy Ford. We'll see. It's been a slog, bit of a climb getting up here. Not terrible climbing, just, you know, because of the length, it's just been hard. Maybe we'll get a little break here, start heading down. Some kind of scat. That's my step in it. Which I can't imagine any more pleasant than stepping in it and scat around the house. We're still making our way. Making our way to this ridge kind of walk before we drop down, make our descent Pole Creek Road. And we still got a ways to go. We're burning daylight. Well, we finally made it to Pole Creek Road. Man, that just seemed to take entirely too long. So glad to be here though. We still got about 3 miles, maybe 3.5 to get up and over to Sandy Ford. But this is a big milestone. Coming around Rainey, what I thought was going to be a summit and wasn't, was the first. And then this is the next milestone. And of course getting to Sandy Ford before dark would be splendid, but not sure if we will or not. There he is. All right, let's see if we can't take a little bit of a break here, and then we got to roll. All right, time to head up. Got about roughly 3 miles, maybe 3.5, but I think it's closer to 3. As the crow flies, it's under 3, but crows don't fly on trail. Don't even walk on them, so yeah, here we go. You can see a cabin way out there. We'll make our way across this ridge. The profile shows most of this is descent, but there have been a couple of little climbs, little rises. This is one we're going up here, trying to make our way. That's Sandy Ford. We're burning that daylight. That racing fuel. But hopefully in about an hour we'll be there. Maybe an hour and a half. Well, we haven't had much in the way of views, but this is pretty close. See way out there. Sandy Ford Road is somewhere down through there. We've been kind of loosely paralleling it, but we can't really see it or anything. Still far enough away we can't, but we'll be converging on it here in a bit. Well, this is Speed Gap, so like a double track coming across here. We got to go up. Of course you got to go up. Don't be silly. Why would you not? Anyway, working our way. Not too far now. Hopefully we get there and enough light to set up camp. Onward. Well, we've come to an intersection of some sort. We know Bartram's probably going to keep going to our left. I don't know if it's actual trail intersection or not. That just looks like some old double track. So this may be nothing at all, but we are getting close to Sandy Ford, and we could be getting close to a number of little trails around there too. So anyway, we follow the yellow blaze. Well, GoPro battery ran out. And I didn't feel like taking my pack off, so I'm going to do this with the iPhone. But here we are at Sandy Ford. Well, good morning. We're on the trail. Sorry I didn't film more of camp last night. It was a series of unfortunate events. My GoPro battery died, so I used the iPhone as I got into Sandy Ford and then was just in campsite hunting mode. The place that I really wanted to camp just didn't have trees for hanging. So wandered some trail around there, around Sandy Ford, and found a place, but it was getting dark. So I needed to get the tarp, the hammock up and the tarp and all that goodness. But I didn't have my tent stakes for my tarp. And I distinctly remember seeing them in my blue bag that I keep all the cordage in, but I must have dreamt it because it wasn't in there. So I used some rocks, but that proved to be not the best because I couldn't keep it away from me as good as I wanted. Had a lot of condensation too. It got pretty cold, and I guess I was generating a lot of heat under that tarp, so that was a little disappointing too. And probably if I would have had my stakes, I could have pulled the tarp out more. That probably would have helped, but anyway, didn't sleep well. About 2:16, I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna start walking. And thank goodness my new headlamp, it lasted through the whole tear down and all the way until the sun came up this morning. So that was nice. Not the way I really wanted to film this. I got a late start yesterday, so I was really barreling to get there by dark, which I did. But it just, it didn't go quite the way I planned. But I knocked out this section, so that's good. Anyway, going to keep moving and get to Old Silver. I'm holding out on breakfast because I got an idea. We'll see. But tired. Well, we made it to Grassy Gap, and not a moment too soon because I didn't think we were ever going to get there. But we're on our last little bit of slog here. We got to go up this hill here, back around the back side, and then start making our descent. And we should be good to go. Got to climb first, always. You might barely make out that lake. To the right of that lake on the edge is a building, and my niece and her husband were married there, Jennifer and Chad, some years ago. I think it was a Boy Scout camp maybe, or a 4-H camp for a while. I don't think it is anymore. I think it may be a resort of some sort. But anyway, yeah, they got married right down yonder. Well, I can see Old Silver down there. We made it. Hopefully nobody broke in and took any of my Laffy Taffy. Of course, at these temperatures, that stuff would be hard enough to brick a house with. But we made it. Sadly, not by 10. But I think maybe we beat 11. Let's see if we can find a place for some biscuits. Gotta get down to the truck first.